Senators of the Committee on the Whole reacted with anger at the Department of Planning and Natural Resources' decision not to approve a rezoning request that would have allowed a mixed-use development in Estate Beeston Hill in Company Quarter, St. Croix. St. Croix natives Atta and Jihad Misbeh wanted to use up to 50% of the 15 acres of land in question to build residential homes for rent or purchase, a shopping center, medical center, and a restaurant. The project was designed to be constructed in 3 phases at a total cost of $8 million. However, during a public hearing held in March last year by DPNR's Division of Coastal Planning, residents and business owners in the area reacted negatively to the proposal, citing concerns over noise pollution, traffic congestion, and wildlife habitat loss, among other things.
At DPNR's public hearing held March 12, 2021, 41 attendees questioned and expressed opposition and concerns with the proposal. Prior to and after the hearing, 22 letters and emails of opposition and 2 opposition petitions with a total of 38 signatures were submitted.
The review concluded that the requested B3 zoning, a business-intense zoning model, allows uses which may not be compatible with the area, and recommended that DPNR deny the petition to rezone the area, which it did on Tuesday afternoon.
The department's recommendation continues to be denial. We have not received any correspondences from the adjacent property owners who were opposed in the past, indicating that they're now comfortable with the proposal.
However, senators said they did not buy the expressed concerns of property owners in the area, with several lawmakers accusing those who oppose the project of wanting to stifle development on St. Croix for their personal benefit.
We have a bunch of folks that have decided to turn these properties into Airbnb, and now they don't want nobody else to be able to develop around them. It's unfair.
We continue segmenting these islands and then want to know why other Caribbean islands are so far in advance of us. And I appreciate the young man trying to present what he's doing here.
Now, reading with some of the objections that were presented through the DPNR's report, some of it is really outrageous, to be honest. And some of the points have even duplicated, because there's so many times, more than once, again, speaks about noises, and then you have another one that speaks about noise again, and then a third one that speaks about noise again. So, like, you're saying the same thing in different points to drive across having a lot of objections.
I looked at the list of some 31 reasons why not to go with this. I mean, come on. You mean to tell me that DPNR didn't see no positive in this project? None whatsoever? You guys were born here, live here, raised here.
Correct.
What are we saying to our young people? Here it is, we have a report of shots fired, all kind of nonsense. They got shot firing in every estate around here. We got shot spotters. They're firing shot everywhere. Let's not let people who don't reside in our community or are considered snowbirds to dictate what transpires here in this territory.
I read the opposition, and the opposition actually said that no development should take place until climate change studies are completed and our economic future better understood. So it really got to be like a joke that was actually being objected, or their objection. They were just pulling stuff out of the air in reference to why we don't want a particular development. And I pull up the map, and it's really 6 homes that are across the road that abut this property. 6 homes, and it's like a little condo complex that's right there. And then there's 1 home that's isolated. It looks like it's on a couple acres, 4 or 5 acres. The rest is vacant land. And I have looked at the development because my wife owned property right next to this development. Very, very close. And I live in Herman Hill. And to hear the excuses in reference to the public road and traffic, anybody ever drive on St. Louis?
Atta Nisbeh, who said he wanted to develop the community in good faith, also accused some of the residents of the area of not wanting to see any developmental change. Given the pushback, he had altered the original property plan by removing a number of development areas, but admitted that he had not resubmitted those plans to DPNR because he felt discouraged.
Actually, we had to do some compromise with the neighborhood because I went back and I spoke to neighborhoods. I walked door by door. Some of them welcomed me, some of them did not. Okay. But I came to them and I told them, what can we do to make this project go forward? Yeah. Some of them did talk to me and they had the concern of the medical center, where they're afraid that ambulance is going to create noise, where it's going to bring a lot of people there. And plus, they was not happy of me using that private road. Okay. So I came back with a second proposal with the neighborhood stating that I'm no longer going to use that private road. It's going to stay private the way it is right now, and I will take out the medical center. Atta
said he bought the property 2 years ago with the intention to develop it. He admitted that he knew the land was supposed to be used for residential low-density projects, but said it is difficult to find commercial properties for sale.
It's because you can't find any commercial properties for sale now. It's impossible, you cannot find. So I saw this property as an opportunity. Why? Because it's so many zone B3 and R3 and B2 are surrounding the area. So it gave me the chance, you know what, I can rezone this property.
We have laws in place for a reason, and there's a reason why certain things are put under specific zonings. And I get a little bit leery as a legislator when you purchase something, because R1 is way less valuable than B3. I'm just going to put that out there. And when you come to us and ask us to change these zonings to B3, you potentially are multiplying the value of that land sometimes 3, 4, 5 times. And that's why I'm usually more leaning towards variances, because when you change it, what is the guarantee that you might not say, okay, we'll scrap all these pretty pictures and just cut up the land and resell it? So it's a lot of things that I get very concerned about when you bring this to the legislature, knowing what the land originally can be utilized for.
I don't know how much research has been done here, because all the realtors here are telling you that there isn't land available for building homes. There's a shortage of land available. We have a lot of land, right? But people are not selling land.
Among other things, the developer offered to cancel the construction of the medical center and to create a detour that would not congest a nearby private road. Meanwhile, Senator Carla Joseph expressed concern, saying she was not convinced that St. Croix needed more shopping centers since there were vacant properties inside shopping centers already on the island. Nonetheless, Ms. Laplace Matthews said the application denial would remain since the new proposal had not been submitted to DPNR and therefore could not be considered in another public hearing.
I see that the plans and the drawings that was being presented, based on Mr. Attar, there's a lot of changes in his development. He's saying that he's not going to be doing the medical unit. He's not even using the road for Beeston Hill. So with all of these changes that he's presenting, the department still stands in their position?
Correct, because with these changes, we would need to go back to public hearing, and that has not occurred. Because we need to see, you know, the adjacent property owners that were in opposition, that had concerns, to see if the changes now address their concerns and if they're comfortable with the proposal now.
Another public hearing would, however, be likely to delay the proposed project by another 6 to 8 months, Atta said. DPNR said it was unwilling to move ahead with the rezoning, even with conditions, because of the amount of public opposition. One of the agency's major concerns is the amount of acreage that the businessmen want to be rezoned.
We are in support of the property owner developing the land similar to the manner that he wants to. However, a blanket B3 rezoning gives no ability for the department to control how the property is developed.